solidarity and support through this public act of resistance. My name is Ada-Rhodes short. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the facilitator of Corvallis Trans Support. And support while combating food insecurity and housing instability, which disproportionately affects the trans community. In addition to a monthly support group and potluck, we run a food pantry and free community closet for trans folks who need food to eat, warm clothes to wear, or just a pair of jeans that helps them feel more like themselves. And we're always open to accepting donations of nutritious, shelf-stable food and gently used clothing. Today, I would like to reflect on the last year from my perspective as a woman who is transgender. A year ago, I attended the Women's March in Denver, Colorado, with over 100,000 other women. At the time, I was really inspired by the solidarity, support, and fervor of the crowd. Everyone was so ready to fight back. I was sure we would be able to protect all women, regardless of race, national origin, gender identity, or sexual orientation, or anything else that intersected our womanhood. We marched together. But over the past year, an attack after attack on marginalized communities, it is often felt that the suffering of trans people has been invisible to the people who called themselves our allies.
That's right.
Woo!
Under this administration, we have been isolated. We have been targeted, and we have been completely overwhelmed. And if we are going to make it through this, we need you now.
Woo!
While preparing for this speech, I talked with a lot of friends and community members about what they thought the biggest issues facing trans people in 2017 were. The response that captured it best was from a good friend who read me a quote from poet and activist Audre Lorde. "There is no such thing as a single issue struggle because we do not live single issue lives." I can't think of anything that better encapsulates the struggle of the last year, because in addition to the status quo struggles for survival trans folks undertake every day, constantly fighting for access to necessary health care, the difficulty of finding a place to live, the inevitable discrimination and harassment in the workplace, and the constant threat of violence, with 2017 having the most murders of trans people on record, we have also seen new and insidious attacks on our ability to exist in America. We have been removed from the 2020 census and other government systems. Simply mentioning us has been banned from CDC documents. Protections of trans youth in public schools have been reversed. And protections of trans prisoners, one of the most vulnerable populations in America, have been revoked. Many of us have lost our medical insurance or found it more difficult to find care. And recently, a new government division was formed to protect the people who would leave us for dead. In addition to all of this, there's been an increase in violent crime targeting trans women, especially trans women of color. So this year, make sure that if you want to be our ally, that you stand with us, not just behind us.
Woo!
Do not turn the other cheek when we are attacked and dehumanized. Do not stay silent as your relatives and coworkers deny and invalidate our existence.
That's right.
Do not turn a blind eye to our suffering.
Woo!
Please listen to our voices. Please defend our rights and our bodies. Please, please be there for us, because we need you now.